Are truffles vegan? To be honest, I had not given this question much thought. Actually, I don't think I'd thought about this at all until one of you guys asked me.
Oh, a take on truffles. I saw the pig movie. That's a good video topic. I'm gonna add it to my thing.
If we're talking about the truffles themselves, then the answer is easy. They're not animals, they don't think or feel, they're fungi, they're vegan. But we don't harvest truffles using human hands or machines like we do with most other vegan foods. We use animals, pigs, right? Historically, yes, lady pigs were used. They are very good at finding ripe truffles, partially because the smell the truffles put off is very similar to male pig pheromones. So the pigs are all horny, I guess, for the truffles, and then the truffles are delicious, so of course the pigs eat the truffles. You can try and train them, but apparently that isn't super successful. Plus, the pig's hooves damage the terrain, which decreases future truffle growth, which of course negatively affects the truffle industry. So much so that Italy banned the use of pigs for truffle hunting in 1985. So if not pigs, then who? Cats. No, of course not. Wouldn't that be so cute though? Can you just imagine a cat digging around, smelling? Oh my god. It's dogs, of course. The vast majority of truffle farmers and truffle hunting enthusiasts use dogs. There's actually a truffle hunting breed. You can train other breeds. There are even online courses you can buy teaching you how to train your dog to hunt truffles, no matter what type of dog you have. But it seems like if you're really serious about hunting truffles, especially if you're trying to make money doing so, this is the dog you want. Learning dogs were used rather than pigs was a bit of a relief to me, honestly, because I would guess that dogs would be at less of a risk for abuse than pigs. While some people do have pigs as pets, many do not, and many people eat pigs. Pigs are food. I would imagine it would be much easier to view a pig as just a tool for your business rather than a dog, rather than man's best friend. And I'm sure pigs' insatiable appetite wouldn't help either, right? You've been searching hours for truffles. The pig finally finds one, only to eat it. I would bet $1,000,000 at least some pigs have been abused at the hands of their owners. And look, truffle dogs are ultimately tools too. I'm sure there are some truffle hunters, talking about the people who are just doing this for fun. There's no pressure. The dogs like it. It's a fun challenge for them. I personally have no qualms with that. I think using an animal, whether for companionship or for hunting truffles, is fine as long as the relationship is mutual. The human gets some tasty food, some tasty truffles, probably a friend as well, and the dog gets a nice place to live and probably has fun hunting the truffles too. I know some vegans disagree, use is always abuse, but that's where I stand. More worrisome to me are those who do this for a living, whose income depends on their dog finding truffles. That is a lot of pressure, maybe a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, frustration that could be taken out on the one part of the equation who can't speak up for themselves, can't tell anyone about the abuse. I'm not saying anyone hunting truffles professionally is abusing their dog, and I'm not saying anyone doing it for fun just as a hobby isn't. If I were to guess, I would guess that most of these animals are treated very well, but I don't know. I can't know, which makes me a little bit uncomfortable. And even if the truffle dog owners themselves are treating these dogs wonderfully, that doesn't mean others are. Truffles bring in a lot of money, and this breed can cost $10,000. So of course, some are stolen. Worse still, some are poisoned. We're talking upwards of 100 dogs in a single season. The guys with the best truffle dogs, the most skilled truffle dogs, are often losing their animals to either competitors or people who are trying to get the dog for themselves. So by buying truffles, we're supporting the industry, including everything that goes along with it, including the poisoning of some dogs. And even if poisoning isn't happening, as some contend here in Oregon, we're still supporting breeding dogs rather than rescuing them. So unless you're eating truffles hunted by well-cared-for rescue dogs, they're not vegan. And even still, what are those dogs fed for treats as a reward for finding the truffles? Probably not veggies. There is always risk for abuse when we commodify sentient beings, whether that being is a pig or a dog. And more than almost any other food, we can very easily avoid truffles. They are very expensive. They're only used in a few things. It's easier to avoid them than it is to eat them. which does make the issue less of an issue, in my opinion. If you are eating truffles, you're very likely not doing it regularly. It's a far cry from beef, chicken, pork, etc., which, number one, comes from animals living unquestionably terrible lives, and number two, is eaten on a much grander scale. Giving up meat makes a big difference for the animals, for the environment, for us, for human health. Giving up truffles, meh. Oh, and you can hunt for truffles yourself. You'll probably suck at it though. Hence the dogs. So would you eat truffles? Do you eat truffles? I mean, again, this is not something I've thought about at all. I'm sure I kind of remember having like a truffle salt or something. I don't know. I don't care about truffles. I don't even know what it tastes like. I don't eat mushrooms. Ew. First, truffles aren't technically mushrooms, but also whatever I had most definitely was not truffles. Most of the truffle flavored things are not actually made from truffles, which makes sense. Again, they are incredibly expensive. Most of the truffle flavored stuff is made from a synthetic compound that kind of tastes like truffles, which is good for vegans because that's definitely vegan. You don't need dogs to sniff out a synthetic compound. So cool. But what do you think? Would you eat truffles? Do you eat truffles? Do you think they're vegan? Do you think they're not? Do you not care? Let me know. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like the video, hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload. Thank you so much to my patrons at, patreon.com/unnaturalvegan. I will have a new video very soon. And of course, foodies have a big issue with the truffle scam using the synthetic truffle aroma and flavor in dishes, which I understand if someone's lying about it and saying, oh yeah, it's 100% truffle when it's actually not, that's not very cool. But I don't know if that's actually what's going on or if people are just using the synthetic compound and then, as they say, sprinkling some actual truffle on top. Side note, but this is why I really did not enjoy Pig. I know it's something I should have enjoyed, but not really because it's mostly just a foodie movie and I hate foodie shit like with a passion. Number one, I don't care how much time and effort you put into sourcing ingredients and making a dish. Nothing is going to be as delicious as the sugary, fatty, salty concoctions that food scientists make. That's why they make them like that, to make them ultra delicious. Like, you're never gonna beat potato chips and Oreos. And second, it often encourages eating animals and animal byproducts, right? Foodies want to eat anything and everything and enjoy the culture and all that shit. It's gross. But yes, the pig was very adorable. Oh, and fun fact, that pig was not a truffle hunting pig. They just found a really cute pig and put the pig in the movie because the pig is cute.